afternoon, everyone. My name is Anika Dapian, and for today, I'm going to discuss to you the dimension learner-centered teaching. So, in dimension, we have 5 practices, which are the function for content, the role of instructor who should take the responsibility, the purposes and process of assessment, and lastly, the balance of power. But first, I'm going to discuss to you the functions for content. So what is function of content? So, according to Weimer 2002, there are 5 practices or dimensions that need to change to achieve learner-centered teaching. First is the function of content. In addition to building a knowledge base, the content facilitates students to build an appreciation for value of content, build discipline-specific learning methodologies, practice using inquiry or ways of thinking in the discipline, and learn to solve real problems. Students engage in most of the content to make in their own. Students make meaning out of the content. Content can help students develop an organized framework or way to learn in this. Content is framed so that students see how it can be applied in the future. So number 2 is the role of the instructor. The instructor creates an environment that fosters student learning, accommodates different learning styles, implicitly aligns objective teaching methods and assessment consistently, utilize multiple teaching techniques appropriate for student learning goals, design activities in which students interact with the material, the teacher, and each other. Motivate students to learn intrinsically. Number 3 is who should take responsibility for learning. So the student should take responsibility. Often it is the faculty who does because we adapt our teaching to fit requests, needs of the student through detailed notes, study guides. So consequences of faculty taking responsibility for learning. Students remain passive. Students do not gain confidence in their ability to learn on their own. Yet, a common goal of higher education is for graduates to be self-directed learners who can continue to learn the rest of their lives. Faculty need to teach students how to take responsibility for learning. There are specific skills that can be taught, practiced, and mastered. Number 4 is the purposes and process of assessment. Assessment is integrated within the learning process. Instructors give formative feedback for the purposes of fostering improvement. Students have multiple opportunities to assess themselves and their peers. Students can learn from their mistake and then demonstrate mastery. Instructors encourage students to justify their answer when they do not agree with those of instructor. Instructor and student mutually agree on a time frame for feedback and also always follow the time frame for providing feedback. Instructor uses authentic assessment throughout the courses. And lastly, for number 5, we report by Mr. Centenales, and that's all for my part.